So Gypsy uploaded a video, and in the video she speaks about, or not speaks, but shows herself and pretty much lifts up her top, shows her stomach, and puts down a caption that says, "Almost a week postpartum and already feeling more energetic." So of course, things got quite interesting in the comment section. Gypsy came out by saying, "I had the best birth experience. I went into the hospital 6 centimeters diluted, and I had my epidural, and a few hours later was numb and pushed for 15 minutes. Didn't feel a thing. She is a healthy baby girl." Now, of course, as you know, people always have something to say, me myself included. So here's the thing. There was a comment that I saw in this thread that I found rather interesting that I wanted to share with you folks. Now, this comment here says, "Interesting how every time Gypsy talks about the pregnancy, it's been all sunshine and rainbows. Huh. She claimed her pregnancy didn't cause her any issues. She never got sickness, nothing. And now she just went in and gave birth in 15 minutes. And she came out losing weight. All while she's claiming this baby was born on her prison release date." Yeah, let's not forget that. Then while she's allegedly in the hospital, there was a supposed hacker taking over her TikTok account to distract everyone. Every time she talks, she digs herself a deeper, she digs herself deeper into a hole. As for the C-section, I don't know. I heard that she got one, but did she confirm? I don't see it there. Because of course, in the videos in particular, I'm assuming you'd have to see a scar of some kind. Now that scar wasn't seen, which really does therefore then bring up the question itself in particular. So let's continue along this thread itself in particular, where other people came out and said, "And yet she was talking about the cravings and mood swings and poor Ken early in her pregnancy. She's a liar. We all know that. I think she was just covering up her shitty attitude, poor eating habits, and laziness by blaming it on pregnancy. There is probably a book, movies, or whatever coming out with her being all sad about traumatizing her giving birth was and how it ruined her body." I mean, listen, the problem with Gypsy is that she says a lot of things, and a lot of things she says, we sit there and we say to ourselves, why are you saying these things? Did you even think about what she was actually saying? Because a lot of times she says things that are just like, huh? But in this situation, I just feel like Gypsy is trying to paint a pretty picture as much as possible. She knows how many people have doubted her and people didn't believe in this baby and didn't believe in the pregnancy and all that kind of jazz. So I feel like she's just trying to come across as if everything is all dandy, when in reality, things really aren't that simple. I mean, anybody that is given birth, anybody that is pregnant understands the challenges and sometimes even the complications that may come with it. And to be honest, I personally have never heard anything about a 15-minute birth. I'm not saying it's not a possibility. I've just never heard of it myself. Now, of course, here someone continues here, says, "No doubt, the whole thing is a grift, is a drift. My guess is she'll get pregnant again ASAP because of how much she loves the attention." That is a possibility, to be honest, and I don't rule that out whatsoever. It's common for women to get pregnant very easily after birth. I absolutely see her hiding being another pregnancy in the next few months. In her head, she is absolved of all wrong when she's carrying a crouched goblin. Yikes. That is a very savage line right there at the end. And also here it says, "I know. No, I do know it's common, but it's only been a single week according to the timeline where they've been telling people this looks more like a month plus postpartum to me." And yep, you're right. She'll do anything to take blame off herself. That is true. If she gets pregnant, she can just pull but my baby, the stress on me and the baby. And to be honest with you, I am anticipating Gypsy to use her baby as an excuse for many things to come in this near future, if you ask me personally, okay? I feel like I've lost, where was I on that thread? Have I just lost it? Oh, my bad. All right, cool. Then here somebody else comes in and says, "I definitely think she's about a month postpartum." So that means people are not believing that she gave birth when she gave birth. People are believing that she gave birth a whole lot sooner, and she's only now revealing it now. And you know what though? If you think about it, Gypsy seems to have bounced back and lost a significant weight really, really quickly, which is quite, interesting. I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but it is quite interesting. But also at the same time, when you take accountability to the whole hacking thing, and then you're taking the whole announcing that I gave birth on the same day as my release date, you're thinking some of these things do feel like a coincidence. So what if she did give birth earlier, and she withheld the information of her giving birth because she wanted to announce it on a day that fitted her narrative? I mean, I wouldn't put it past her at all. I mean, the whole hacker idea thing, I'm not too sure why she would have thought of that, but hey, it is what it is. Now, but then again, the whole hacker thing, I will say this though. The texts that were shown between her and Ken, they showed Ken in a light where he was still begging to be with her, but showed her in a light where she had already moved on from him. So really and truly, that does make you wonder, doesn't it? Was there a motive behind this hack? Now, with that being said though, as we finalize here, Paul says here, I was more so alluding to the possibility she's going to get preggers again this year and really suit into it all. She wants to trap a man, and this is the easiest and most lucrative way for her. Poor kids, they are just game pieces and dress up those two. And you know what though? Let's really talk about that, because that's a fair point. Because is she somebody who would get pregnant to keep a man? Well, we know that she's always wanted Ken, so maybe she does want to have more kids to keep Ken around. That is something that I wouldn't roll out. So to be fair, I understand why that perspective is put out there. Then we leave on with the last comment itself here that we're going to read in this video, where it says, when I was a week postpartum with my first, I could still barely walk. No way I would be posting photos for social media. I think she had a baby a month ago. So this is the thing, isn't it, with Gypsy, And this goes back to the original, there we go. Yeah, this goes back to the original comment of this post itself in particular, where literally it is spoken about how every time she talks, she digs herself deeper into a hole. Because, initially when Gypsy got pregnant, none of us believed that she was pregnant because there was so many inconsistencies with her appearance, and then all of a sudden now she's giving birth, and she happens to have given birth at a time when she announced it on a day that she was released, a year on to when she was released. And then also there's a hack situation going on at the same time. Yeah, things don't really seem to make sense. Now, I'm going to just throw this out here for the sake of it, just in case people want to run with it. It's up to you guys, okay? I'm not saying this is true, but I feel like at this point, we might as well throw out other little, potential outlooks. Now, based on the fact that Gypsy's personal and physical appearance was very inconsistent throughout the 9 months of her being pregnant, who's to say that it was never Gypsy who got pregnant, and it was somebody else that got pregnant for Gypsy? That could be a possibility that could explain the absence within her appearance, in the terms of, that could explain the inconsistency of appearance, okay? And maybe it explains a few other things that maybe we have spoken about previously, or you guys have spoken about yourselves in particular. So that brings me to say this. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comments. One, do you believe that Gypsy Rose gave birth a month earlier to the date that she has told us that she gave birth? And also, do you even believe that it was actually her that was pregnant and the baby that she had is actually biological girls? I'm just saying we should throw out there because it could be a possibility. You never know with Gypsy, because everything's always inconsistent. And also, do you also believe that Gypsy is, given that Gypsy did give birth, do you think Gypsy's then likely to want to give birth again as soon as possible to potentially help her keep Ken around for even longer? Let me know your thoughts. Now, to be fair, the more I think about it now, she probably didn't use anyone to get pregnant, because if she was to get pregnant again really quickly, it will be due to the fact that she was pregnant before, based on what people said here. So maybe ignore what I said. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.